This Land Rover isn't actually a Land Rover, and its screen will blow your mind imagine walking into a car showroom. Seeing something that looks exactly like a Land Rover, feels like a Land Rover, and even carries a name straight out of Land Rover's history books, and then being told it's actually built by a Chinese manufacturer and technically has nothing to do with Land Rover at all. Confusing, right? Well, that's exactly the story behind the brand new Freelander 8, and its interior alone is enough to make headlines. Let's start with the absolute showstopper, the dashboard. The Freelander 8 features a massive 46.3-inch 8K display, stretching across the entire width of the cabin, and it's clearly inspired by BMW's revolutionary Panoramic drive system. They're even calling it the Panoramic Intelligent Display, which honestly doesn't do much to dodge comparisons. This 1.2-meter widescreen can hit up to 1000 nits of brightness. That's basically the same level as premium old TVS, meaning it should stay crisp and readable no matter the lighting conditions. Now here's the twist that makes this whole story genuinely fascinating, despite looking like a shameless copy. This interior was actually designed by Jaguar Land Rover themselves. The Freelander 8 is the result of a partnership between JLR and the Chinese automotive giant Chery, who's borrowing the beloved Freelander name to launch an entirely new range of vehicles built primarily for the Chinese market. JLR CEO explained it simply: his team handles the design, while Chery takes full control of engineering, manufacturing, and sales. It's a genuinely unique arrangement, and yes, Auto Express has confirmed this car is heading to the UK sometime in the second half of next year. Just don't call it a Land Rover, because officially, it isn't one. So how big are we talking? The Freelander 8 stretches an impressive 5.1 meters long. That's roughly 350 millimeters longer than a Land Rover Defender 110, with enough interior space to comfortably seat up to 6 people. It's tall too, riding on a flexible platform developed entirely by Chery. And while it won't be held to the same insane off-road engineering standards as an actual Land Rover, Chery insists it'll still pack serious capability, including both center and rear locking differentials plus height-adjustable air suspension. Under the hood, or rather, under the floor, sits a plug-in hybrid system using Chery's own technology rather than JLR's typically expensive hardware. It centers around a small 1.5-liter turbocharged engine, acting mostly as a generator to power a pair of electric motors, a setup already used in Chery's existing Iker off-roader lineup, where similar systems have produced up to 451 horsepower. Visually, this thing is genuinely striking in person. It's not just longer than a Defender, but taller and wider too, with blocky, futuristic headlights that somehow still feel connected to Land Rover's rugged design language. Some overseas markets will even get small screens built directly into the headlights for extra visual flair, though those likely won't pass European regulations. The doors are a clever touch as well, featuring windows that wrap up and over the body side, removing a visible parting line while increasing how wide the doors can open inside, despite JLR handling the physical design. The infotainment system itself runs entirely on Chery's own Chinese-developed software. The cabin leans heavily into what Chinese buyers want. Think optional roof-mounted second-row screens, individual captain's chairs instead of a bench seat, vibrant ambient lighting, and a whopping 8 exterior color choices, including some seriously bold options like lime green and bright purple. So why exactly is Land Rover doing this? Essentially, it's a strategic move. JLR brings decades of design heritage, while Chery brings serious strength in battery technology and platform engineering. But here's the interesting complication: because the Freelander 8 is so close in size to both the Defender and the upcoming relaunch Discovery, JLR might actually end up competing against its own reputation in certain markets. At the end of the day, whether you see the Freelander 8 as a clever global partnership or a slightly awkward identity crisis, one thing's for sure: that massive 8K screen alone is going to turn heads when it finally lands in UK showrooms next year.